What's going on, everybody? I'm CaptainRoBear, and this is Saved by the Spell 3, Tormund's Quest 37.
Yeehaw! We're in it, baby. We are in it.
Oh, yeah. It's Thursday.
And I remember when we first started this campaign in my first phase shift where I my pants.
Same.
And look up there. Odie's name's still on the slate.
Oh, he's probably in the middle of a book somewhere. let me just start out with this episode by saying, here's one for Odie.
Oh, I hate you for having higher plane. Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm Trump levels of jealous that you have higher plane than me.
I'm gonna shut my mouth.
Oh, happy Thursday, everybody. Doesn't even feel like a Thursday. I don't know. It doesn't feel like any day, really, to tell you the truth.
With the anticipation of everything that went down on Tuesday felt like a Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So every day between Tuesday and the weekend just feels like purgatory. It's like, come on, this buildup is done. I just want to be. I want a day off. Just let my brain relax.
It's emptiness.
Yes, give me the emptiness.
Yeah. Okay. So we've all come to the conclusion you need to be able to vote from your phone. That shit needs to be on a national election Friday, and it's just done. Like that's how it.
If I can deposit a $10,000 check by my phone, I think I can fucking vote. Come on, man. From the government, nonetheless.
Dude, there were even some of like the most libertarian style, like state rights pundits that were like, "Hey, this is all this is all well and fine, but like, shit's got to get standardized for voting."
So ridiculous.
Yeah. But
we'll find out in a week.
I mean, it's still like it. Even with it as bad as it is, like it ain't Bush Gore bad, and that shit was awful.
Oh.
We're just lucky that we were gracefully transitioning into the internet era. We weren't there yet. Oh
Yeah.
God,
I remember like the next year studying that in government class. Like we studied that shit. Like for a year we studied just that.
Shit
like fuck the American government, fuck the Chinese government, fuck every government. Let's just study this one goddamn election.
Hanging chads in Florida.
You can learn a lot from an election.
God, that's when I still got a lot of news just from Saturday Night Live. That's what.
Yeah.
That covered most of your pop culture back then.
Now you get it from the last week tonight.
Truth. Oh man, has anybody got announcements this week? Anybody got anything special brewing?
I have a giant announcement. To everyone who ever wished they could have a chance with me. Alas, I'm off the market. I proposed on Friday.
Yeah! I was
My
wondering, I was like,
now fiance.
I kept meaning to ask you, I was like, when you were gonna make it public. I was like, I'm not saying
Twitter,
shit until
man.
he says anything.
Yeah, we don't put our shit on Twitter, so like, I mean, according to the world, we're still not even a couple on Twitter. I am her assistant on Twitter. We go to conventions, and I am her coffee bitch.
Oh, dude.
You know what? I've been married 10 years. That title doesn't change.
It doesn't.
I am so excited for you guys.
Dude, congrats. I was a little worried. You were kind of cheery, but you were like, if anyone ever had wanted a chance with me, now it's your, and I was like, is he just like thrown out that they broke up and he just got like, I'm so confused, but he seems so happy. I was so lost for a second. And then I was like, oh, that's way better. That's millions times better. Yeah.
It was good. I even knew what was going on, and I was like, huh? Oh, that was
cheers to you, my friend. Cheers
hell yeah,
to you.
man.
Giant fucking rock on it, so it's mine now.
He ain't joking.
Thanks, Elon.
It is.
That's all I got. Ooh, thanks for the advantage.
There you go.
Inspiration.
You get engaged, get inspiration.
There you go.
Some would say you were inspired by the engagement.
Ooh, I see what you did there.
What a crazy fateful meeting we have had, Tim. It is fun
It's so nuts.
Fun to see the beginning, the middle, and the end of a roller coaster ride.
Yeah, RoBear was there the first night we met. So he was there that fateful night.
Yeah,
and the rest of that fucking weekend. RoBear was actually staying with my now fiance.
I had just met Amanda and was staying over there with our mutual friend, and I was like back to back there. I was there for E3 and then D&D Live. And we came back, and that's where I met Tim. Was at D&D Live, and so like these little groups all came together, and it was this amazing weekend of how we've become friends for life out of that. And that's such a cool thing.
Yeah. Now if we can fucking have conventions again, we can have like a whole year of engagement parties at every fucking convention.
Hell yes.
Mixer soon. It's all mixer soon. GG's though, man. Congrats on y'all's engagement and cohabitating in one of the most expensive places on the land. So I'm glad you can share everything. Enjoy the tax benefits soon.
Soon. Tax benefits. She'll have to. I'll be on my fucking awesome health insurance, and then she'll be saving like a buttload of money on that. So.
Bro, can you guys adopt me? Like for real, I've had I've had business insurance my whole life. This private contractor shit's for the birds. Let me tell you,
right?
This shit's for the birds.
When she told me how much she's paying, I was like, fuck.
I mean, it's a good $200 over what you pay in a group plan.
Yeah.
And what's dumb is 2 people in a group plan. All you gotta do is have 2 people in that group plan and you get the rate. Now, how screwed up is that? Like, it's no different. But that's just the way it is. Like, our country is structured around you having health insurance through your work. And if you don't,
good luck with life.
No, you can't make me go to the doctor. I won't.
Well, you see, where I'm from, Tim, we pray the COVID away. We don't have to worry about that. And with me believing in the pantheon of D&D gods, I talk to a different one every day.
See, where you live, you pray it away. Where I live, we pay it away. Money means no more COVID.
Oh, God. Seriously, though, I have started working in random D&D pantheons into my talk, like every now and then, just around Christian folk to see if they see it. I just thank Tyr every day that I wake up, and they don't. They're
like, bless his heart.
I've been blessed by the light of Lathander every morning. I wake up and I'm just like, thank you.
Dude, they don't get it. They think you're pulling out some Old Testament shit. Yeah. It's so good. It's so good. I advise everybody, do it in the supermarket sometime. It's fucking fantastic. Luckily, now that I walk into the supermarket like a ninja, I don't have to have those interactions really, because I go in with full on my Steel Series headset, freaking aviators are up, and my mask. This has got to be the greatest time alive for underage college kids. It has to. Oh my God. No, everyone's like, yeah, you're it. That's it.
You're good.
You're good.
I have never been carded once wearing my mask.
Yeah, neither have I.
Never, ever.
They were just like, hey, 2020 happened. Everybody needs a drink, man.
I actually wonder if I could go like old school 1950s and send my 6-year-old inside to get a pack of smokes and a case of beer. If I send her with a note and some money, whether or not she can pull it out.
That's what it is. You just got to give that note. My pa said I got to get some cigarettes.
Hey, 2 packs of Chesterfields. Menthol.
Pack of Bud Heavies. And I need one of them cans out of the cooler because this is getting warm out in the truck.
Oh my God.
A bottle of Ripple.
Mushroom skull for later. Like, nice skull.
No, the blue mint, not the wintergreen. The mint. Oh God. Snowflake high school drive-through memories right there. No, God damn it, I don't want the wintergreen. You're getting the wintergreen. Ugh.
I asked for mint.
That smell. That smell of dip. I'll probably never truly scrub it off my body.
My dad chewed for up until 5 years ago, so I mean my entire life. So 31 years I got to smell that shit. You know, don't grab don't grab the wrong, Coke or Mountain Dew can.
Oh God, we've been. Yep, I've been there. I've gotten. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
He tasted it.
I got him.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Achievement unlocked, man.
It was too much.
Oh, we've all been there. We've all been there.
Real, dude.
Oh God.
Chat, this means I'm going to die tonight. You can say
Well,
farewell.
he's thinking about it, dude.
Oh no.
Oh God.
Oh, poor Cap.
So this just ensures that he's done that before on accident.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Anybody
You never
who's lived
forget that.
Yeah.
Lived with somebody who chews. Yeah.
I've only done it like I tried dipping, right? Like a few times, and it just wasn't for me because the first time I tried it, like I swallowed too much of it, and I was like, bleh. It was just like I was like, I'm good. Like I tried little pouches for a bit. I was like, this isn't for me. I'm good.
Yeah. Somebody in chat's got to clip that shit.
Wow, we got eye waters and everything out of Cab. That was authentic. You can't fake that.
You want to talk about what's really hurt me and trauma right there? Oh God!
I want to
Drink a Voodoo Ranger. That'll fix it.
I want to say I apologize, but that shit's good TV.
Oh God, guys, if you've done that before, you'll never forget it. God, I tasted every bit of it right there. Snot dip and all. Oh.
All right, we need to move subjects, or else you're just gonna put yourself back on path. You know what? I love some Doritos.
Oh, that was good shit. I just need to pop a few blood vessels before tonight's episode.
Oh, look at that!
Someone rolled a nat 1 on their Constitution saving throw.
Oh yeah, hey, even dip spit can bring down the great Braden Barley.
Yeah.
Plus, double digits on the saving throw and advantage don't matter. That shit cuts like a knife.
That it does.
God, it's like my own taste of my spit. It's like it's there. Like that just shows you the power of your own mind. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
Yep.
Memory's a bitch.
Your brain is the most powerful thing known on this earth. Outside of maybe my ability to roll ones.
True that. Guys, over here on the channel, announcements this week. We're starting up Viking D&D. Yeah, so you're gonna get a whole bunch of it. Essentially, because we did finally publicly announce it, which is awesome, because I've been waiting for this. We did announce our wonderful Rune 2 play that's going to be happening next week on Wednesday before Game of Saving Throws. So Wednesdays are going to be a very, very busy day. If you haven't given this thing some love, you'll give this tweet some love. That's our announcement. We can now say Day to Dave, Omniwaffle, Becca, Spoonie, Rec, and Mitch, our good buddy who's gotten us all the connections for playing sponsored work at Rune 2, is also going to be in the game. So we got a big old Viking party that's going on. So you guys are going to have Viking D&D on Friday nights now, which we're starting tomorrow at 10 p.m. CDT. Then you're going to have community Viking action on Horn of Valhalla side quest on Monday, and then more Viking D&D on Wednesday. So this entire month of November is Vikinged out. I believe,
can't wait.
If it goes and we have a blast with this, we'll probably finish the year with it as Friday goes. If we complete a story arc and we're like, you know what? I'm proud of it. We're gonna cap it there. We may stop there, and who knows? We might dip into Theros before the end of the year. We'll see. We'll see what I have time for in the month of December. But pretty much my schedule goes. I looked at my old man yesterday on the couch, and I'm like, so what are we doing for the holidays? I don't know. So we're gonna I don't know. Okay, cool. What do you think that my brothers? They're probably gonna go to St. Louis. Okay, so sounds like I'm in charge of holidays. Gotcha. Okay, well, this is what we're doing. We're frying turkeys.
Hell yeah.
We're pretty much frying turkeys until the end of the year, old man. That's what we're gonna do.
God, that makes me miss home on Thanksgiving, man. Sitting in a garage with an ice cold Bud Light, frying a turkey.
Just drinking the ice cold water and watching the turkey fry.
Yeah, so that's going to be our end of the year plans. Still getting that frog out of the throat. Yeah. And then, oh yeah. So I wanted to work this announcement in. So it's been difficult to find any extra time to play anything else. So what I'm thinking is that I'm going to try to bring back good old Magic Happy Hour, where I literally come on during like lunch hours for everybody, somewhere between 12 and 2 p.m. and play, we do happy hours, so we can talk about anything. We can talk about the announcements, the games coming up, what's happened in the games, while I sit there and casually do my dailies instead of doing them in the middle of the night, because that's what I'm doing right now, and that's just not nearly as fun. So I'm gonna get my schedule twisted around. I would like to do that. Then I'm publicly doing them. Also, a huge announcement as far as the Magic Creator Program. All you guys that were maxed out on your codes, they've added 10 more to every code that you can get. So you can get codes again for everybody who was all maxed out. And word on the street is they're talking about relaxing that further, which is really cool because like most of our communities are all maxed out. Like everybody's received all the codes that they could get. If you don't know what we're talking about, because I'm in the Magic Creator Program, they give us a bunch of promotional cards that we're able to give out as giveaways. And there for a while, we pretty much had the entire community had maxed out. They had all received 10 cards at that point over the course of little over a year that we were in the program. So that was one of our major complaints, and they've listened to us. So I'm excited for people to get more free cards. And it looks like I don't think they're going to ever reward like the 5 cards again, but it can still become a rare or mythic card. It's just more than likely going to be a random common, but at least it still has that potential to be in there. And it's one that you haven't collected, which is more important. Yes, Lockie, indeed, more cards for you. Heck yeah. What else is on the agenda? So yeah, if you guys hadn't heard, it's going to be the game that supports our individual community members. That is on Sunday, and is going to be in-game of saving throws for the rest of eternity now, till the end of the year, till that campaign is over, which it is also nearing the end now, much like Tormund's quest. Dun dun dun. All good things come to an end, guys.
Might have just pooped a little.
But as always, we want to thank our sponsors over here, everybody who helps out and provides inside those side quests, donating to our D&D partners, making the dream happen, to our big patrons for namesake, Shabby, to all the tier 3 subs and all the rest of the subs out there. Thank you guys. Voodoo Ranger, who makes this show possible and has the entire year. Raise your glasses if you're drinking a little voodoo. Thank you guys for continuing to tweet at them and me and provide us with awesome content, because I find Twitter usually pretty obnoxious, but I really enjoy talking beer on it with you guys. So thank you. And a roll 20 in D&D Beyond. Thank you for all the nuts and bolts and what you do for making this show possible. And special thanks to Ivan, who's out there tonight, which we finally have a chance to find after how many episodes?
I know where he is.
You think you know where he is?
That's true. I do think I know where he is.
There was a god thoroughbred horse. That thing has been sold. There's no way it is in Neverwinter. You're gonna have to roll like Valis to find Ivan.
We know Tormund doesn't do that.
So guys, I'm gonna let you guys pick up wherever you want to. If you want to still be up on the throne, go for it. This is your playing land.
You know, maybe we should just leave Neverwinter. I mean, do we really need? No, I'm just kidding. Oh.
Looks like I'm gonna choose Gale.
We'll just start from right here.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Arkonan kind of struts up to the throne, and he's drinking a flask, and you see that the last little bit is a little bit of red potion, and he just kind of tosses it to the side. You hear a little glass shattering. He goes, "Now, does somebody want to explain who the fuck that was?" Because he certainly had a problem with you guys.
Right.
Gale, you should probably explain to him what just happened.
You know, is this like a permanent thing, Tormund? This like dragon form?
I'm kind of liking it. I mean, look at me. I'm gorgeous.
As he smiles, you see all those teeth.
You know, my mom said that if you stare too long like that, you stay like that for a long time, like forever.
Really? Can I?
I mean, I don't know. She said a lot of things.
I mean,
A little bit longer.
I think you do have like a limited time though.
I mean, I don't know. This is chaotic. I mean, it's chaos at this course. So, you could be this way for, I don't know, an hour, forever,
That
30
is true.
seconds.
I
I
mean,
have no idea.
like I kind of like poke around Tormund. I'm like, I mean, this seems like a advanced polymorph spell.
It's kind of cool, whatever it is. I'll tell you that right now. I feel like I could, I'm getting kind of hungry. Like I could eat something right now. Always smells rat.
As my hunger starts to overtake me, I start to fly up in the air over towards Gale. And about halfway through, just about 10 feet off the ground, he pops out of it. Spell ends, and he just drops to the floor.
Well, at least I am not worried that you're going to eat me.
Oh. Damn. Wasn't expecting it to end mid-flight.
Well, at least you didn't crush Arkonan. As for your question, Arkonan, that was Eris, and he was my original recruiter for Talos. He tried to get me to join Talos. Very good spokesperson. And obviously I declined. And Tormund sent him to another plane of existence, quite literally. And I think he's kind of held a grudge for quite a while.
Seems like it. So the benefits package wasn't the greatest? Like, is that why you said no, or?
As I glance down at the throne and the sunlight gleaming up ahead and the crown adorning my head and I just glance down at this amulet. I think I chose a correct course.
Yeah, I mean, you were going to turn into that guy, so...
Right. It is funny, there was a lot of my history, my understanding, which I admit was very little in the scheme of things, as I've come to find over the recent weeks and months, but it was all of fear and doubt and manipulation, and that is what I've known, both in my upbringing as well as in my own thoughts. But as I have come to know you all and come to find faith, not only in the core but also in myself, family, love, care, passion, these things can trump anything. And this was no small feat that we did today. And Arkonan, you have to know this was not possible without you. What you did today is something I will never forget. This is something that I will dream about for many nights. And I owe so much to you. And if there is ever anything that you need from me, do not hesitate.
I'll keep that in mind. And
But
I mean, this is what family does. There wasn't a question about it. Also, he was a dick, but this is what family's for. And the family you choose is always better than the family you don't choose.
Amen to that.
As much as I am relishing this moment, taking a small breather, I can't begin to fathom to know what happens next. I don't have a way to, at least to my knowledge, to tell the entire city what has transpired.
I kind of look up and I think a lot of them know.
I think he's right, Gale.
Except for that part over there. That seems a little iffy.
Well, that is the end game. If you don't mind, I might just sit here for a little bit longer.
I mean, can we just take a nap? I don't feel so good.
Hey, Braden, you think this place has got a kitchen somewhere?
Does it have a kitchen somewhere?
Oh, yeah.
Get out of here. Come on, you hungry boy. First thing you think of. It's like you grab hold of any of that and eat it in the middle of battle. Your appetite undoes yourself.
I get hungry. I don't want to, don't want to lose my form.
Your form. Yeah, just like an amoeba. Come here. Let me tell you about what the scientists think an amoeba is.
Can I smash it with a hammer?
Theoretically, yeah.
All right, well, tell me more about this amoeba.
All right, we're gonna go get snacks. I don't know really how this is gonna go, to tell you the truth. I don't know whether we should stay or should we go.
Well, it's kind of chaotic in here. Given what has happened so far, I mean, Odie losing all his hair, sprouting wings, me turning into a giant dragon, chances are if we ate anything in this place, we'd all turn into little blue leprechauns and start running around. So, I'm gonna vote for maybe we hit the streets and find a nice, I don't know, taco cart somewhere.
Tormund, I think you're wrong this time. We've been doing a lot of running. I think maybe it's finally the time that we don't run. Because if we run, who's gonna sit down on that throne? Maybe this is our chance, I don't know, to restore some kind of order back into this. I'm not saying that we're creating some form of government, but maybe we should help usher it in.
All right. Is that before or after we go get snacks?
God, I'm getting the snacks, will ya? God, he's so demanding when he's hungry. Right out of battle, he's just all over your ass. Well, come on with you. Ain't gonna get cooked until it's done.
I mean, I'm surprised you don't have something like, snuck somewhere that you can just grab really quickly.
I get spam in the back, but look how it's a rather ornate place.
Yeah, goddamn
There might
right,
be
you got
something to think
spam on the
about.
back as he pinches you and grabs your back fat. Come on, boy. Fry you up back first.
You wouldn't try that, wouldn't you, hairy bastard?
Brayden, it'd be good to eat for multiple days.
He casts prestidigitation. He's a little gamey right now. Good.
I was gonna say it.
You bring back more than I thought of that dragon on you. Good God. Oh.
Like a teenager who doesn't know he reeks. I don't smell bad.
You smell horrible. Gold dragon or not.
Kale does the same thing. Prestidigitation just sends it his way. Yeah.
Fine, why don't you work out the finer details of establishing some law and order? You want me to swing my hammer in somebody's face, just let me know. I'll just find something I can dip my face into and eat.
All I ask for is a glass so I can open up some of this very expensive wine that I got.
We bring up the crates. You literally have the crate of expensive wine to your right and the sphere of annihilation on your left.
I'm gonna give you my Braden Barley mug to drink your wine out of. Hey, it's special to me. Don't go losing it or smashing it like you're some crazy bastard.
Did you
I
get
won't.
it at like an amusement park? The Braden Barley Park?
It was a wine show. It's a beer festival, Braden Barley's beer festival.
Yeah.
You know, on second thought, Tormund, just set your happy ass over here. I'll be back with some food. It'll be quicker by myself anyway.
Fine then. He's gonna take one of those bottles with his hammer and just hammer the top off and just drink from the broken neck.
Gail's just gonna walk over to the crate, open it up. Oh, wrong crate. Closes the sphere of annihilation, goes to the other one, opens it up, grabs a bottle of wine.
I couldn't
Closes it.
I couldn't have cued that music any better. If you didn't get instant Lord of the Ring vibes of Gale staring at that sphere of annihilation, I can't help you. Speaking of that,
You fool of a toque.
Fly, you fools.
I'm glad that it hasn't fallen into anyone else's hands. Nor does it seem that... I don't think that they knew, Gale. I don't think Eris knew.
So then who did? And why was it there?
You may have... Oh, this is early. Gale, we may have killed everyone who knew. There's a lot of representatives there. From different factions. And it's not the first time. Look what happened to the Lord Protector. You know, came at us from 5 different ways.
I mean, I wouldn't say that I would be upset if they didn't know the power that could be wielded if someone could wield that. I'm frankly too scared to try.
I don't think any one person should try. And for that matter, if one person did, we know the person who we're up against. Try to use your own mind over matter against a god? I don't think so. When we get some sleep, we're gonna have to put some serious thought into how we can even use this. Last thing we want is to use it on ourselves. Or worse yet, do any more harm to the city than what's been done.
Scale kind of takes the wine and opens it, pours himself a glass. He walks back to the windows that are open as the sun's kind of gleaming out, and he just kind of like stares out over the city, drinking, seeing sunlight for the first time in what seems like forever. Just kind of takes a moment, closes his eyes, feels the warmth of the sun. Thank you, Lokor. But we are not done yet. There will be more. As he glances over and he sees the section of the city that still has the storm roaring over it, this black pit, and otherwise lit and welcoming Neverwinter. Too many problems, Dirakt. I don't know how to solve them all. But we are the ones with the most information and know-how.
I don't think we have an idea where to start, though.
Can I ask you something, Dirakt?
There you go.
Do you think there's a chance that I can save her?
Do you think there's a chance? Dirakt looks up to the stained glass, looking at that image of Lokor with its elk horns, green and gold banners, white flower in the tear. If there's anybody that's ever got me to believe in second chances more than the Phoenix, it's you, Gale. So yes, I do think there's a chance.
So do I.
But I don't think it's gonna be easy. I don't think anyone here does. But this time, we head off, head first, into danger again. I'm gonna walk away confident that the wake that we leave behind is going to be better when we come back than what it was.
That's all we can do. The great thing about the storm, or a fire, or death, is the beauty that comes afterwards. Whether it be days, weeks, years, it's always more beautiful the second time around. Just needs guidance, direction, time, tending, care.
Question
and right now
for
we
you.
need to... Go ahead.
Question then. Who do you trust in Black Lake? These areas all need a representative. We know we can call on Azariah Wallstrand from New Hope. We have one section sorted. But these sectors of the city need representation. If Neverwinter's ever going to put itself back together again, it's going to do it piece by piece.
I could think of one.
We're going to need that.
Kind of interesting, but Orwell Earhart. It's Myra's father. The reasoning why our families fought, as you're probably well aware, is that he took many shortcuts to get ahead. Did a lot of dishonest things to build his empire. Well, he was adamant against it. He fought to preserve the dignity of the dealings, which caused them to go head-to-head quite often.
So you're telling me your old girlfriend's father's the old money in town?
I mean, I didn't know him super well. I will be frank, me and Myra's relationship, if you could call it that, it was hidden from pretty much everyone because, well, me being an Underwood, well, she'd be disowned for dealing with someone as indecent as me.
Understandable. This is good. That means his connections will run deep. Regardless of your relationship, times have changed since then.
I'm no longer an Underwood.
You're not an Underwood. Sounds like a good place to start. We need to gather both of these gentlemen under the same roof. Azariah, Orwell, these two other districts need to come together. And be honest with you, I don't know what we do about the Tower District. I know we have to go to the storm. I know this. How do we do it and come back? I'm an old man. I can respect that. If it's gonna be the end of my story, it's the end of my story. I've had a long run. It's you, Arkonan, Tormund. This is the beginning of your stories, not the end. We need to preserve that.
Do you think I'm going to let you die?
I never
Do anything
said
foolish.
I was going up there to die. I obviously can take care of myself pretty well. And you don't have the first rights on that. I've already done that. So I beat you to it. But, that being said, as much as I don't like to admit it, there are timelines to these things. Much like Arkonan's god. Nothing lasts forever.
Agreed.
When the Phoenix deems it fit, there is no more rising from the ashes. There will be only ash. Today is not that day. Get a good whiff. Yeah. Braden has come back with the quickest batch of biscuits and gravy that he could possibly prepare. We needed something quick. Good news is there's enough carbs in here, you'll be asleep in 10-15 minutes. Forced shutdown.
Speaking my language. Bring it to me, Daddy.
This is truly festy style. We got a superb ratio of meat to gravy in this. It could also be confused as just a meat sauce in general. There's plenty of protein in this bad boy. Just the right ratio of red and black pepper.
So me and Dirakt spoke, and we need to unify Black Lake and New Hope. We have our man at New Hope, and I have someone in mind for Black Lake. Whether they are up to the task or willing, I do not know, but decent enough men. Here, I have no idea. For now, I feel like the power rests with us.
Right now, we are the provisional power. We're gonna hand that over to the two different districts. And this will be their seat. No more north side of town rules Neverwinter. No more just the Hall of Protection being in charge. And we're certainly not leaving a city's hands in a body of government that's just learning to wipe its own. They need to come together with their wealth of knowledge on both sides of the coin. Learn how to heal this place. Nobody putting their thumb over the other person. So go get used to that damn throne tonight. Because we're ripping that down in the morning. Hell, you can even bring it with you if you want.
I have no use for a throne.
I don't know, it looks pretty goddamn comfy to me. But so does any chair right now. Direkt goes and sits on the ficus. Goddamn feet are sore, boys. Once you get to this age, oh god. Armor hurts just a little bit more. Oh god. Back just popped. I don't want.
How heavy is this throne?
Oh my god!
I'm sitting in it. I'm sitting in it.
You moved back.
You're not. You're at the window. You're not sitting. Oh,
I moved back. I moved back.
You owe me for that one. Quick on the draw. I mean, yeah, man, it's got statues attached to it. Like it's no joke, man.
I jokingly, it's like Tormund's there next to me. I'm like, you boy, get me a towel. Kidding. Don't hit me.
Can I reach up on the arm of that chair like I'm gonna try and get up and just pull on it real hard?
Yeah.
I want to see if it'll break. With a 10, probably not. That's going to be good craftsmanship. That'll hold.
Tormund, listen here from experience. You strain that hard, all you're gonna get is hernias and hemorrhoids.
What the hell is a hemorrhoid?
Go look in the mirror. The old men have a chuckle over the side.
It's gonna look at Gale. Something funny in there, or I don't get it.
Well, it's we can have that conversation another time. Tormund, it's fine.
Well, now that I'm up, you want another plate of biscuits and gravy? Because this is your chance. I'm not going to get you a towel, but I'll get you fat.
Yeah, I could use some biscuits and gravy. I would appreciate it. Do you want a glass of wine?
I've got a bottle. Oh, never mind. I'm gonna need another glass. I accidentally finished that bottle. It's amazing what you do when you're just sitting here and you're tired.
All right, it's the box to the right.
Are you sure?
Yes. Just look before you open it. Stick your hand in.
I'm gonna go to the box to the right. 2 plates in my right hand and just kind of lift it open with my knee. Is that the right box?
Yeah.
Tormund, I want you to roll a perception check.
$13.
When you go to reach down to grab one of those bottles of wine out, you begin to hear mechanisms engaging. It almost sounds like an old mine pushcart.
Hey, you guys hear that? Shh, quiet, hold on. Listen. Sounds like old rusty wheels squeaking over a track. You hear that? Anybody besides me?
Gale, you begin to hear it. Arkonan, you do as well.
What is that?
Can I tell where it's coming from?
Oh yeah, you can see all of a sudden that platform in the base of the throne that you're sitting on begins to rumble and shake.
Gale, I think you should maybe come over here for a second.
It's just getting comfortable.
Yeah, you might get comfortable like somewhere else.
Yeah.
Pretty quick.
Feeling it shake, I'm just gonna get up, and the air is gonna help lift me up so I don't like stumble as it's like shaking, and I'm just gonna gently float.
The minute you step off of that platform, you can see the angels begin to slide and part, removing their hands from back on the throne as it pushes back. And you can hear that creaks of that cart finally. It's the actual seat that the throne is on. As it retracts back into a staircase that leads down.
Oh, this day just is full of surprises.
Man, I thought we were gonna take a nap.
I mean,
What do you think?
is it an escape? Did I pull the arm on it too hard and it activated something?
Pulled something.
There's only one way to find out.
Want to go
Who's
down?
up for a little more of an adventure?
Can I do like an investigation to see if I can figure out what triggered this?
Yeah.
A 21.
21. You go to look at the arm that Tormund just tug on. Looking at this claw, this lion-like paw that reaches out. You realize it's by Tormund's only sheer luck. The mechanism on it, if you pull too light, nothing happens. You pull too strong, nothing happens. It has to be just the right amount of pressure to engage this mechanism. AKA 10 through 12.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like looking around, I'm like, so what you see, what you got here is, you got your old king's trap here, you know, and you got the little lever here, but a little too much, not so much. Well, not as much. Again, not so much. You gotta hit it just right, just like this.
You couldn't tell Tormund to do that a second time correctly if you tried.
Hey, listen, old man. Sometimes Morden or Bahamut guides these hands in ways that even I don't understand.
Still waiting on my towel.
I'm gonna pull up the sash that's around my waist, right near my crotch, and just hold it up. Like, clean your face on this, my lord.
It smells like a rat died down there.
Oh, just somebody get a goddamn light here.
As I cast dancing lights and send two down the stairs. Well, shall we? I'm curious. I want to know what's down there.
You got me curious.
Quick
Yeah.
DM question. Would you say we took a short rest?
No.
Cool.
No.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool.
You may mark the short rest. You've had biscuits and gravy.
Let's short rest.
You guys make your way down a long stone corridor. Cold to the touch. A little bit of moss on the sides of the walls. It drips down occasionally and hits the back of your neck. At this point, far into the ground, about 5 or 6 stories. As you make your way down, those dancing lights, as they pass, seem to illuminate these strange rocks in the wall. As they pass, they seem to catch and hold the light. Not much different than the old solar panel lights that you used to get back in the day that would kind of half-ass work. Just enough so you know that they're there, but they don't really light the pathway well, seeming just to grasp a little bit of that magic as you pass by.
Do you make of this, Arkonan?
Do an Arcana check.
Also do an Arcana check.
Fudge. That's a 14.
What?
14.
$23.
You've seen this before. Not a ton. Inside Neverwinter, though. This is glowstone. And you know that these synthetic crystals are extremely hard and tough. And they'll emit that kind of daylight that they capture, negating and dispelling even darkness. Glowstones, Neverwinter, doesn't make a lot of sense. Roll a history check.
Both of us or just him?
Both of you.
$16.
Ooh. 7.
Arkonan, it doesn't come to the top of your head at first, but Gale, you immediately start thinking about the history of Neverwinter. Oh, and it starts to make sense. These didn't come from Neverwinter. These came from Waterdeep. That's where you see a majority of this kind of artisan work being done. As you pass by these glowstones in the wall, you finally come to an opening. Sending your lights down, it opens up into a rather large chamber. Massive wooden table in the center. Maps, plans strewn about. Relics covering the walls. You've discovered Lord Neverember's war room. As you guys just begin poring over the documents, that are strewn about, you find his ledgers. Piles of incriminating files on the money that he's extracted from both Waterdeep and from Neverwinter. You see battle maps, strategies, and plans. Bits and pieces that have always thought to be rumors about him. And here it is at your fingertips. At the same time, it's never felt more inconsequential. What it feels like to have the smoking gun in your hand for a dead man. But it further confirms your belief scale. What's most interesting is you pile through those maps. Going all the way back into the stack. Arkonan, Gale, you guys holding it at the same time looking at this map. And the plans wrote to the side. It takes your breath away. Tormund leaning over the shoulder to look down.
You're looking at.
It's the literal plans for the first bomb on the Hall of Protection.
Guys, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
I am somehow surprised and not surprised at the same time. Is that a feeling? Is there a word for this?
Son of a bitch.
He planned his own terrorist attack. To what end? Why? Did he want martial law in this town?
Gale, you for sure saw him dead, right?
Suffice to say, I had about 50% of his blood on me.
And then
And the looks of his clerics. They were horrified. Samara didn't
basically,
just
like-
kill him, she took his soul.
yeah, and then I basically wiped his body from this earth.
Yes. He is gone.
What was? Can we search more and see if we can find like clues to the end game?
Yeah. Roll investigation checks.
I'm in with you on this one. My investigation isn't all that much, but I'll roll with y'all.
13. I am so tired.
Dude, I would be right there with you post combat, trying to read at the library.
I rolled a 17, but I got a D6 inspiration, so I'm gonna add it to it.
Nice. Hit it. Then I'll roll mine.
There you go.
22. Thank you, chat.
Hey, you never know. I might get an at 20. I mean, I'm 10 away. This is 10. Tormund's doing the best he can. He's not a book guy. That was Odie.
What's your final number, Gil?
22.
22. You find correspondence that sends chills up your spine. Direct back and forth between the Lord Protector and Talos himself. And the picture starts to become clear. that Talos himself hedged his bets with each faction inside of Neverwinter, putting both promises to the Nashers of Black Lake, to Saban and his Black Bakaras, which ruled the underworld to the south, and even to the Lord Protector himself. Then your stomach just drops. You can see the payments, the literal blood money, taken at the cost of his own men, putting it together. You can see that the Nashers thought that they placed this bond themselves the entire time. Them being fledgling, they put their faith in Talos in it the entire time. They didn't even know that they were being played. They even thought it was them. You can see Talos pulling the strings and weaving this tapestry of chaos over the entire city. Now you can somewhat understand that just how disgruntled Saban was. When things were changing that he didn't agree upon. You can know one thing. At the end of the day, the underworld is out for themselves. And they do follow the money. His demeanor makes much more sense now. Much more sense. And you come across some strange correspondence. Letters to an individual in Baldur's Gate. Tracing through, you can see a correspondence to a name Hannibal Hedgecock. You find a lease. No address.
Does me being a Baldarian, does that name ring a bell to me?
Roll a history check with advantage.
Oh.
2.
22?
Yeah.
You know that name's bullshit. It's a cover name for somebody, but you don't know who. There's no Hedgecocks around Baldur's Gate. Not even an active family.
I say to the other, everyone in the gathered around the table and stuff like that, and I say, I've lived in Upper City, I've lived in Lower City, I've lived in the slums, I've lived underground in Baldur's Gate. This is not a real thing. This is a pseudonym.
What about...
What? Like Ireland Blade Shaper was?
Oh. What about anyone just with the initials HH? Typically, people with pen names, they do something just adjacent to their normal name. Is there anyone that you could think of that would not be Hannibal Hedge, whatever, but someone else?
Roll another history check with advantage. Nothing's ringing the bell, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It's just a little fresh in your mind at the moment. Question. Can anybody read Thieves' Cant?
Common and Draconic, no.
If I see a language I don't understand, I immediately cast comprehend languages.
I don't think comprehend languages works over Thieves' Cant, though.
For understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear, you understand any written language that you see, but you must be touching the surface in which the words are written.
Isn't Thieves' Cant can be hiding within plain sight?
Let's see. Spell doesn't decode secret messages in text or glyph.
Gotcha. There we go.
Isn't part of a written language.
That's the piece that we need.
And the text or glyphs, such as an arcane sigil, that isn't part of a written language. Okay.
My apologies. I really thought that you had Thieves' Cant.
Let's make sure here. I don't think I do.
I thought we gave that to you. This is a long time ago. This is due to your Baldur's Gate background.
Oh, maybe.
I think we talked about it and never just put it on the sheet.
Yeah,
because it's not come up.
Yeah.
We haven't.
Yeah, it hasn't come up, but I think we did talk about it.
Yeah, this is some OG shit.
So I'll still cast comprehend languages, and I'll just sit and go. I'll rub my eyes, and then open them and go. No. And then I'll reach into one side of my shirt and take out a book and put that one away. Take out another book and put that one away. And then I take out like the world's smallest book you can think of. Like it's like one of those little like notepads that like, you know, not even like a detective's notepad, but like the tiny little guys. And I'll flip through it, and it's just ratted, torn, and, you know, soiled, and, you know, it looks like it's been sat on for ages. And I'll flip through it, and some pages kind of fall out, and I'll find in the middle of this book, I'll find the cipher, and I'll just start laughing
as you use that cipher. You're able to piece together a small hidden text that remains on that sheet. Hannibal Hedgecock is really Phineas Midgley. And Phineas you do know. If there was ever someone you wanted to contact to disappear, would be Phineas. An expert on the expats of the world that wish to fall between the cracks in life. In particular, people that don't want or need to exist anymore. Baldur's Gate has always been a perfect city. One where you can have a life within a life still. Sometimes people running away from families they wish they never had. People running away from governments they no longer control. He's a fixer.
It absolutely. The irony here is just insane. As I'm like pointing that, like I'm saying this as I'm pointing out, you know, the little itty bitty idiosyncrasies in this sentence, and I go, this cipher. I literally learned to find this man's name almost 20, 30, God, how long has it been? I don't even know. It's been years, but I learned this cipher to find this man's name when I wanted to leave Baldur's Gate.
And did you contact him and leave?
I did, but I couldn't afford his price. He makes you literally disappear. Like, you are still a functioning, alive being in this world, but Gale Everstorm doesn't exist. Tormund does not exist. He doesn't just erase your future, he erases your past. He is literally the way to fix every problem.
You know, just how sure were you that was the actual Lord Protector? The night you saw him in that tavern. One of two things, gentlemen. Either he got before he bugged out, or he pulled one hell of a Houdini. You begin parsing over those files. I want another investigation check out of you guys. DC 18.
Mine's the lowest. I'll go first. Come on. Yeah, that's why I went first. That's why Tormund went first. He actually is fake looking through papers and eating the plate of biscuits and gravy that he brought down with him.
Tormund, you look up, and it's one of those old Greek-style pieces of art where you just can't get over how small that dude's Johnson is in the pic. And you're like, man, if you're gonna make yourself in stone, why would you ever depict yourself like that? You just
Doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. I mean, this, no.
19.
19.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
28.
look at that. With that pit in your stomach going, no. You find the literal plans and correspondence with the help of Arkonan. Using his cipher, that giant, that random rogue, it all makes sense now. You were there on the night Lord Neverwinter tried to fake his own death.
Good, busy, just working with this.
He didn't actually make it out of his own planned disappearance.
Makes sense. You put all of these pieces in play. You set up all of this. You look at the gold. I mean, hundreds of thousands from Waterdeep. I mean, that is why he is here. He bought his way in, essentially promising a future. Then he sells his soul, I guess you could say. All of this money, this transaction, it was all just a larger scheme. And for him to show up there, to be public in front of all of his men, to make it a big show for when he does die or disappear.
God. He even had his own cart rigged. He somehow was escorted out. He had a contingency. It's unbelievable. If his men got him out of there, he was willing to sacrifice everything. What a piece of...
I mean, this is literally the plans of the ultimate overachiever. Like, how many contingencies did he make?
What irony. Killed on his own fake assassination. All that planning. God, he burnt half the city down. Son of a bitch didn't just want to kill himself. Want to kill anybody that could ever think of knowing any different.
There's no figuring. He's looking at all these figures with these small peens. He must have thought he was in the same group.
Deciphering a code over there, Tormund.
I mean, the drawings are just absolutely ridiculous. But the story is more so. So you're saying that he was trying to get out, but I don't understand why he was running. Was he just taking the money and trying to get out? Was that his goal?
Getting out. The odds were no longer in his favor. Multiple factions within the city. A literal god hanging over it. He was no longer in power.
But he was trying to hedge bets with that god at the same time?
Why wouldn't he?
The god that played him. Just like it played everyone else.
So you think he figured that out?
I think that a man like Neverwinter takes precautions even before dealing with gods or other individuals. He had this planned probably when he came into the city. He started making plans and precautionaries.
He's already been in exile once. He's run this playbook. I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't assisted by this Phineas in the first place. When he left Waterdeep. I mean, look at all these glowstones in here. This man's sitting on a fortune, a wealth of cities. Shit. And those glowstones are already charged, by the way. Just from your dancing lights in there, no longer distinguish between them and what's on the walls. And that extra light, you can truly see what has been left behind. This is the only confidence. If he was still alive, he either had to leave as quick as he could, or he's really dead. Tormund, roll a D100. With that extra light inside this chamber.
34. I'll take even the oddly low rolls at this point after that arm opened up this passageway.
By sheer luck.
It's Faust way, unfortunately.
You check out a crazy looking mace. Royal in nature, completely ordained This is Lord Neverember's mace. I'm sorry, Lord Neverember's mace. Almost ceremonial in its appearance and how ornate it is. You pick it up and feel the weight of this thing. And it's impressive. You have your hands on a very, very special rod of lordly might. 6 buttons on this bad boy. It is a +3 mace.
Yahtzee.
Damn.
It can turn into flame tongue. It can turn into a battle axe.
Holy shit. How do I find this piece of equipment? What do I
Rod
search?
of lordly might. Rod can transform into a climbing pole 50 feet long.
Holy
And it can turn into a handheld battering ram.
Those truly Tormund-esque equipment.
It can find magnetic north. It can drain life, paralyze, terrify. It can do all sorts of things. Tim, I need you to roll a D100.
$11.
Tim, I think your RTX is forsaking you.
Yeah, it's been acting up.
Yeah, you might just have to go push the talk.
That's basically what I've been doing.
Tim, you find a blade. But it's very Baldur's Gate in nature. As you look and see on the hilt, it actually has a real soul coin embedded in the hilt. But that soul coin, when you pick it up and look at it back and forth, roll an Arcana check.
$16.
16. You know just enough to know that this has a djinn trapped inside of it.
His face.
Whoa.
That soul coin provides the full source of the luck within this luck blade. You can call it to use luck once per 24 hours, and it is literally fueled by that soul coin. This is a +3 luck blade. Even though luck blade just has 1 on it, it will be customized for you. It will have a +3. You can expend that soul coin to destroy both the coin and the blade for 1 wish.
Wow, 1 wish.
Gale, D100.
Damn. 42.
Reroll.
38. Not much difference.
You need to re-roll again. You already get the Staff of the Magi later.
There's a meta moment.
78.
Oh, that's good. That's really dope. Still wearing that
Sick.
crown. You've honed in particular to one thought. One particular piece that seemed odd. Seemed almost missing. You've gone over to a personal area, over to the corner where there's some whiskey glasses. One stone in particular seemed missing from this circlet that you had. It's not easy identifiable because it's on the back. Picking up this small stone, it's not too unsimilar from the glow stones you've seen on the wall, but as you pick it up, it shines a different color. Marbled pinks and pale greens. As you fasten it back onto that circlet, you get the benefit of 2 Ioun stones. It is both an Ioun stone of leadership and mastery. Your charisma score is increased by 2.
Holy shit.
Your proficiency bonus increases by 1. What a fitting piece for Lord Neverember to have something of such wonder and value. It makes sense that he's had a little bit of edge over his time. Good thing I didn't need a D20. Dirakt looks up over against the wall. Just takes a long stare at the artwork. And turns back to the rest of the group. What a find. It certainly puts a lot of the pieces of the puzzle together. So what do you think? Do you think he died in that bar? Did we stop him? And shouldn't be weed, it's some Warren Riley stop him.
I saw his face.
But was it
There was
really
fear.
was it really his face?
It's true.
What are you getting at, old man?
Man's fooled a lot of people. I'm just saying there's always a chance. I'm willing to accept it, I am. And most of me believes that he got before he could get out. But this could also be another piece. I don't know. Doesn't matter though. We're not here to chase Neverwinter now. Sounds like something for whenever this is all done. Let's take all of it though.
I got a bag for all that. He pulls out his bag of holding, opens it up.
This is
Nothing, everything you need.
This is our secret to know now, gentlemen. Let us not speak of it.
This is a weighty secret.
Let's use that to our advantage. It's not that the world doesn't deserve to know. It may just give us the window to opportunity to find out the truth and the whole truth. Then the world can know.
If a truth can exist in this world of money, you can buy your way through it. Yeah, let's take everything. Let's put it in a sack. This is our armor. This is our weaponry.
Alright. Anything you guys want to do inside of Lord Protector's war room?
This is already plenty secretful, but I'm gonna pull out my wand. I'm gonna expend a charge of my wand of secrets and see if there's any other hidden compartments, doors, anything hidden away in this room that's in a room that's already hidden away.
I want you to roll with your spell attack.
Oh, let's go.
Okay. Uh, 15.
Just tracing around this room. You feel like no amount of time is going to give you closure. You feel as if there could be a secret compartment any inch of this room. But you do not find one.
While you do that, I've taken out my hand axe and I'm trying to pry into this wall. I'm just trying to remove one of these moonstones. Get it in my bag of holding.
Roll survival check.
Oops, that's not what I need. I don't need a D100.
Wow. 100 on your survival check. Survive.
14.
You're able to pop out one of the smaller ones. It takes you a while. Still glowing as you put it in your own satchel. It's not the prettiest, but it's functional. You have one glowstone. Gale, as your first scan of the room doesn't provide any secrets. If your curiosity is strong, you can determine whether Gale should roll again or not.
I mean, he quite literally had his own secret place in his secret stash, and I think he's caught, intrigued by this, so I think he would be like combing this place over. I mean, he feel like there's like one more major piece of this puzzle that's not shed to light that could be found here, that could give them an edge or information or intelligence or anything. So I would say, yeah, he's definitely combing over this place. And still doesn't find anything.
Card. You don't have any cards? Come on.
Do I have any cards? I didn't even think about that. I have a lucky. But do I burn that here or in the fight with Talos?
How curious are you is the question.
Very curious. Right? Very curious. This is like, yeah, I'll burn it. Fuck it. I'll burn it. I'm burning lucky. Chat, I'm burning lucky. Yeah, all right. That's a lot better.
There you go.
That is. Hold on, just taking rid of the card. 28.
28. As that wand lights up. Just when you thought you were done with this room, literally everyone turning to go up the steps, you looking back as those glowstones begin to fade, as it illuminates and points you in a direction that we'll get to after you guys take this break.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Let's make that burning lucky card worth it. Anybody got a lucky card? Give it to my dude Gale right now.
Let's find his. As BRM said, I'm gonna find his porn stash. What is this? The Cult of Talos 2019. Okay, all right.
Oh, great. Last year's calendar? That's exactly what I wanted. Oh, and it's dirty. Yuck.
It's that old mechanic shop that, like, you know, has like the super old, like 1989 pinup girl calendar.
Something's wrong.
Yeah, ads are awful, Magic. The ads are awful. There's no way to control it in D&D either. There's nothing I can do. They have to do what the NFL does and start doing sidebars and splits and move-ins. There's literally no place to run an ad when you're in RP. Like, even if I were to try to control it, like, where would you push the button? And unfortunately, you can't just run an ad inside of our one break. It's tough.
Let's just take care of that for next time.
All right, well, I'm gonna go take advantage of that break and grab another beer. Because holy shit, this episode.
Now, when you come to enjoy our D&D sessions, you will not be plagued.
Man, it makes YouTube seem that much more tasty, doesn't it?
So good. Oh, what a fun room. I had no idea we were going there. I was ready to get down on the street and eat some, some tacos out of a cart somewhere in Neverwinter. And then all of a sudden, a joke of me trying to rip the arm off of this chair turns into this.
Yeah. A beautiful way. Oh, make sure, Magic, you need to refresh too. Otherwise, it'll get you again. It'll get you again. It's like those old days of being back on Mixer, when you'd have to refresh 5 times to get your emotes. Gonna roll that D20 of investigation if you're okay with it.
Are you kidding? You are this deep in a book right now in a jacuzzi somewhere out in the outskirts of the Lord Protector's realm.
Dude, that item you got is dumb.
Dude,
I rolled a 1!
Oh, sorry, bro. You just got the parchment of pooping. It's one ticket that you can use when the bathroom has no more to give.
Yeah, so that's where this campaign started, Magic, is we started and we ran Icespire. That has led us to here. All because that freaking Thunderhog just happened to come from Talos, spawned this whole story of the 1,000-year storm over Neverwinter.
Dude, what a great spiral out of a story, though. I mean, this has been one of the most fun, most engaging campaigns to date.
And by the way, now the road has been paved to Baldur's Gate.
Oh, trust me, I've got all the notes. In fact, I messaged Adam in the middle of it. What was this name? What did I miss here? Because I was so taken in by the story. I'm like, really? Tell me more. And I wasn't taking any notes.
Hannibal Hedgecock is really Phineas Midgley.
And who is Phineas Midgley, but the fixer of whomever. I mean, usually a fixer has someone attached to him. The wolf still was called by somebody in Pulp Fiction.
Well, I've been thinking about how to touch base on some stuff that Tim has wrote, and I was like, oh my god, this comes in perfect. Whenever Tormund's quest is done, if there's available time there. The little precursor
Investigation
to Baldur's Gate.
That's sick. That's sick.
It's funny. I've got just the person, one Mr. Blythe Lydon, who would love to go to Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, you were like, by the way, super gracious, but I was itching, dude. I'm like, there's fucking something else here. I know there's something else here. Like, I was like, this is the kind of man that has a room within a room within a room. It's like, there's something else here. Which obviously I don't think you give me if I don't have the wand out, literally the magic aiding me in that. I feel like it's like you roll, nope, you don't see anything. That's it.
I mean, it's one of those rooms where you're just like, I'm not leaving until I'm satisfied, whether I clear this place out or not.
Yeah, it was. And that fucking item, are you kidding me?
Which one? Yours or Tormund's?
Everyone's items are insane. Did Dirakt get one?
Maybe.
You sneaky, sneaky man. You sneaky, sneaky dragonborn. Oh, my new credit card got here. Yay. Still ugly. So I can be in more debt.
Oh. I don't have any official announcements, but it's looking very good for me in the bar front. I'll just say that.
Oh, no shit.
Oh,
Someone might buy
good.
the place?
Things are looking very good.
Is someone actually going to buy the place so you can get out of that pit of a hole that you're in?
Wait, hold on. It's a pit of a hole. I need to call my real estate agent back. Hold on. Wait a minute. I was told this was not a pit in the hole.
No, it's looking.
Dude,
it was
that
good.
would be huge for you.
It was good text messages. It was good text messages.
That would be huge for you. That'd be such a burden lifted. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, it would be quite the Christmas gift.
hell
It
yeah.
would be quite the Christmas gift.
Ho, ho, ho.
Yes, for you guys that don't know, I was in the bar industry for 14 years before this, so I've been paying for a bar that COVID officially put the final dagger in. Mine, I couldn't even reopen if I wanted to. I don't know what craft beer is even available in the catalog, to be dead honest with you. I don't think I was all draft beer. I was a very, very niche market. And my customers are actually responsible people, which is scary. They wouldn't, there would be no way I could come back and be profitable with what I was doing. So
You build out the clientele that you want with the place that you build out it to be, right? So
Yeah,
it was the type of beers and
it was that community. And that community is all working from home now and buying craft beer at the grocery store and going home. So
Go ahead.
There's two places that I know that are surviving on just selling their canned beer that they buy from their distributor and food. And that's 2 out of probably, I would say, an easy 70 to 80 restaurants who can't keep their doors open, who don't have a patio, who are 100%. You call, we'll put it together. You pull up to the front of the building. Yeah. We'll run it out to you and we'll drop it in your car and you're gone.
We're just too far north to where you can't survive these Midwest winters. That's why our numbers are spiking over here like crazy. It's just ours are too harsh. So like it's getting real out here.
kind of broke my heart the first time RoBear chat told me about this, because he's like literally paying for something that he was doing for so long, and now it's just literally this huge like looming debt over him that he just has to pay, and he hasn't been able to get out of it. So I'm like, I hope that works out, man. That would be so great. Especially that would be a great way to end 2020. Like, hell yeah.
It'd be super dope if it worked out that way.
Let's go.
We will certainly see. But yeah, guys, it's kind of like going to be a doctor and then you're not actually a doctor at the end of it. You just took the schooling on instead. Like I said, that's you do what you can, and there's a lot of people that got it way worse than me. Trust me. At the end of the day, when you have big bills to pay, it's not so bad when you ain't doing anything else. To be honest, there's no FOMO of, oh man, I could be going somewhere with that money. I'm doing exactly what I'd be doing this year. That's the only thing that, like, if you're gonna grin and bear it, I hope a bunch of people pay off their debt in COVID that still have jobs and are, doing the thing.
Speaking of doing what you love, can we please get a small round of applause for Captain, who did an entire month's worth of D&D every single day in October? We let it pass and nobody really mentioned it. That is quite the mental feat. So,
I felt
kudos to you.
Difficult.
I felt really, really worthless on the third day. I'm like, I had to check myself. I was like, hey, You got something to do, right? No, shit's been called off. I was like, no, it really, when I woke up, it felt like I had slept in for work. It's what it felt like. It felt like I was,
the worst.
I did. It felt like I was late. It felt like I was late.
That's why it's so great, you chat, the community has been super supportive and keeping RoBear afloat.
No doubt, man.
You.
All that extra D&D, dude. That's how you pay off more than $250,000 in debt for a little bit. That's how you do it.
You guys are great.
All right, I'm gonna go grab my beverage now. I'll be right back. Sorry, I got all tangled up in this.
No, but no bullshit. He's got his headphones off. Thank you for all your support over these months. You guys have been amazing.
Yeah.
That means I get more snack time. I'll be right back too.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Hell
get
yeah,
it.
go get Chick-fil-A, dude.
I just heard RoBear's voice and I was like, I gotta come. I gotta go run back.
No. Every one of us took our break, but him.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, talk about a twist of events, man. I honestly really kind of expected just.
That was the thing I couldn't figure out. Like, I was like, is he in on it, or is someone close to him on it, or like, you know what I mean? Like, there was a connection to the capital. Like, there was a connection to, like, Neverember, but it was like, what was that connection? We couldn't figure it out, and
dude,
now we have everything.
To walk into this smoking gun on this episode is amazing. I mean, quite literally, we have the documentation to convince anybody who listens to reason that he had taken Talos's money and was trying to get out. So anybody who was loyal to Lord Protector and Talos can maybe start to see a little gray area that they're trying to get.
Not even that, but you're seeing the false promises to every single branch from Talos, right?
Well,
he
no,
just wants chaos.
So we know that because we've seen the factions, but the paperwork only has it on one side.
True. But like, what's so great about this and that I love is the tie-in to, and I don't know if any of you guys have played it yet, Waterdeep Heist, which I've played like 3 or 4 times. It's a phenomenal module. There are so many amazing villains. The city is fucking incredible. Like, strongly suggest if you haven't done it, Waterdeep, play the module. It's awesome. But literally, it's all about Neverember and stealing money from the city and keep potentially not getting all of it out of the town. And you're there to find the missing like 500,000 gold. And that's literally what the campaign is about. And it's so cool to see it from me playing from that perspective, like 2 or 3 different characters, and then coming to Neverwinter and like seeing him and then having those the sprinkling of like, yeah, he did that shit and got the fuck out there because he was leading that city. He was the open lord. Then he dipped.
Hey, just an idea between you and I and chat. If we end up running into some extra time before there's a new Thursday campaign, maybe we should run that module. You, me, Cap, Arkonan, new characters, and just side questing.
Hell yeah. I mean, I'm down for that. I'm down to go to Baldur's Gate with a fresh new character, or something.
Dude,
like.
Oh man,
which,
dude,
by the way, y'all, I cannot wait for Friday because me and Radio have been talking as well about Vikings shit, and that book is fucking incredible. And like, I love Norse mythology, and like, I gotta do a lot of reading and understanding because there's a lot of words in there and names and places that I can't pronounce, but it's like, so I am excited for that, y'all.
Read in between the lines. If both him and I are excited about ending tonight's campaign just a little bit early, it's because we're both diving into research for tomorrow's campaign. Yeah, because we're quite literally learning a whole new ethos with Viking stuff. Yes, magic, 100%. And I think at this point we both have really good characters that have galvanized an ethos and idea, and to bring that into one spot tomorrow night, it's gonna be so much fun. I cannot wait to see what's gonna happen.
Hell yeah. It's really, I mean, not gonna say much because I don't want to spoil anything, and it's all for RoBear. But there's a lot of he is doing you got to understand he is pouring his heart and soul into planning for the future, what that looks like, the content, the shows, the avenues. There is so much for you guys to be excited about, and it's a communal thing. Like we've all been talking about it. We're helping brainstorm. There's some really dope shit coming, and it's gonna be pretty dope to kick off the new year. So
the fact that you guys are jazzed on the North mythology, it just makes me so happy that what's coming up in this next month. Oh my God, I cannot wait to play Vikings with you guys. that you're that into it. We're into it too, and the research is real, and I cannot wait to start this tomorrow night.
We're gonna have a blowout end of the year. It's gonna be emotional and great, and then we're gonna have a banger of a kickoff next year with new campaigns and new shit. Like I said, RoBear is going to talk about all that shit at some point, but he has been neck deep working on shit for the future, and y'all aren't going to be disappointed, I can tell you that. So
You guys are getting the first glimpse here tonight at the pathways to Baldur's Gate.
See, I told you, there it is. I mean, Baldur's Gate and what was it? Heist in Neverwinter?
Waterdeep.
Dragon Heist.
Dragon Heist. I was just telling him that I thought it was really cool. I didn't go into details much, but I just thought it was cool that part of the Waterdeep Heist, which I've been urging everyone definitely to play because it's an awesome module with so many cool villains, that Neverwinter literally, and we touched on it tonight, stole a shitload of money, got out of Dodge magically, and then came to Neverwinter and basically bought his way into being the savior, and then was doing it literally again. Like it's so good.
I ran that as a DM, and my best moment was when I got to play Jarlaxle Beander.
Oh yeah,
He's one of my favorite characters in the Forgotten Realms, and the fact that they put him in that book, I was like, just dripping with
sex,
machismo, and it's so good.
Yeah, our Corsair DM does a phenomenal. He's like, "Hey, what can I say? I'm one of the best." it's just like I would bang Jarlaxle. It's just
quote clipped. Thank you for that soundbite.
Oh God, it's gonna be on his soundboard now. Whenever I do anything romantically, anything.
Thanks,
I would
Shay.
bang Jarlaxle.
Appreciate that. I'll take the clip.
Why are you stiffing me?
Ronan, if you're out there, go ahead and get to work on that piece.
You son of a bitch.
Gail,
Yeah.
your wand pointing back over to where you found that last Ioun stone.
Wait a minute. Wait.
What?
There's something else. There's something else here. Look. And I'm gonna walk over there, and the wand will get brighter as I get closer.
Damn, yeah, what the hell you got?
As those
There's something
glowstones
here.
light back up. You go back over to that small bar area. Reaching back above the cabinet. Wand lighting up. You feel to the back, knocking. This false back of the cabinet. As it opens up. Pulling down 2 key rings. One empty. One with a solitary key on it. An address written down for the Brampton area of Baldur's Gate in the lower city.
Conan. The Brampton area? What? This key goes to some place there. What do you know of that?
Arkonan history check with advantage.
Okay. $21.
You know that's where the docks are at. Eastern side of Gray Harbor. South of the Eastway. You know it's a place where there are a lot of warehouses. In particular, owned by Baldurian shipping interests.
This is in Lower City. It's basically the shipping district, if you will, like the docking, like docks, shipping, stuff like that. I mean, you want to talk about organized crime? This is where it starts. This is where the trade, money. You want to import, export. Pick your crime. This is it.
Fitting. Very fitting.
We should hold on to this.
Damn right you should. Damn right you should. Well, gentlemen, I think it's time to seal this secret behind us.
Great. Arkonan. Could I have a word quickly? In private.
Yeah.
Rest of us began going up the stairs.
I was in a situation where I kind of had my history displayed out in front of all of you. And it was, suffice to say, very unpleasant, but I got through it because you were all there. And I don't mean to pry, but I guess I do when asking if you were asking and trying to meet with this man that could make you disappear. I'm a curious man by nature. And if you do not wish to speak on it, that is fine. It changes nothing, but why? Why did you need to leave and disappear Baldur's Gate?
My first experiment with an actual intelligent being that had passed away went horribly wrong.
This involved your mother, yes?
Luckily, no. Her body is still very much preserved. I had the foresight to not go that far yet. But I was reckless in my research and pursuit, and so there were people who knew that I looked for certain artifacts, books, items, and whatnot. And it doesn't take long to connect the dots that when the undead roams the street and mangles and kills, that it could have come back to me. And beyond that, when I first cast the spell, I heard something. Hearing it, that's not the right word. Hearing is not the right word. I felt the most insidious laughter. And then when I couldn't control the subject, that laughter became a want, a need. All they wanted was more. That voice terrified me. And eventually led me down to the road to the Raven Queen. But for those two reasons, I needed to get out. I don't know how many people I harmed with my experiment. I never found out. At that age, I don't think I could have bore that weight.
And now you don't feel that laughter or that presence anymore?
Unfortunately, every time I touch on death, which is why I pray every time.
I thank you for sharing with me.
It's been it's been some people's lifetimes since I've been back to Baldur's Gate. I don't look it, but half-elves live quite a long time.
You look like shit.
Yeah, I do.
But, I'm glad you got a second chance. And the Raven Queen is protecting you and steering you on a better path.
Me too. I ran
Like
for
I
about
said.
I ran for about a decade before I found her. So it was almost 10 years of being terrified.
Look, if there is anyone who knows about running from your problems and your fears,
Yeah, I mean, she taught me that my fate might somehow be my own, but the end of that fate is not. So I don't know how long I'll live. I've been around 90 plus years. I could be around another 90. I could be around less than a year. Whenever she decides to snip that thread, then I get to give her all my secrets.
I can respect that. Death comes for us all, you know. No one escapes.
Some people do. She ushers them to the next life. Some people she doesn't like.
Well, I have grown very fond of you, and I've grown very fond of her. And let it be known that when my time eventually comes, as I know it will, I will be sure to give her my thanks, regardless of the situation.
She'll shepherd you to your new kingdom.
And I will look forward to dining with Locor. Well, let's get out of here before someone walks down here and is like, what the fuck are you two doing here? It would be awkward.
Yeah. And we depart.
Back up top. You know, we should really just pull that handle on him. If I was confident we could get that son of a bitch open again, I'd do it myself.
Just to let him come up, then I'll rip the goddamn handle off. Just relax, old man.
As we eventually walk out, I'm surprised you didn't like lock us in there or something. I really thought you would.
Very disappointed.
Surprising or not? Little goody two-shoes Tormund over here.
Really, I thought you would have been the one that would have talked him out of it direct.
Nope, I wanted to pull it. I didn't think I can get the son of a bitch open again.
Well.
Every once in a while, there's going to be someone to talk some sense in this old...
I'll be honest, I wasn't going to be the one to fix it. Your big ass would have been moving that chair.
Exactly. I already sized that chair up once when I was getting ready to move it over towards you, and Gale sat his big ass in it.
All you did was pull its finger.
You want me to pull more than the finger, huh?
Well, let's,
Now I'm going to rip the arm off.
Don't rip the arm off, god damn it. Just do the same thing you did the last time.
Okay.
Oh, roll again.
Let's get ready to happen.
Oh my god! Are you
oh my god.
fucking kidding me? Are you? Wow.
I will swing axes into gods for 30, and I'll pull an armchair for 12.
With the deftest of touches again.
Just
wow. The odds of you successfully doing this and not fucking it up were so low.
Oh,
and I love it.
No.
10% chance. Nails it.
Twice.
Nails that shit. I know technically 15. I gave it 10, 11, 12, 15. Once again, you hear the creaks, cracks, and groans of those old tracks as the chair pulls back into place. I think it's officially time for everyone to get some sleep around here.
You have to ask me twice.
We'll take a handful of shifts here in the front. There will no doubt be people wondering exactly what the hell went on here today. And I don't exactly want us woke up in the middle of that.
I'll do you one better, old man. As I sit down cross-legged and take out my brazier, take off my crow skull necklace, and beginning tracing ash on the ground, and you see the silver threads come up above us and start attaching to themselves and spawning off of each other as a nice darkness comes over, and you see the familiar cots and the familiar statue of the faceless woman as I cast the dome.
I've seen this one before. I just walk in and pop a kiss up on the statue, drop it in my cot.
Home sweet home.
It takes 0 time to fall out.
As everybody settles in to the familiar comforts of Lodge de Arkonan. Go ahead and activate that long rest on your character sheet that is well earned.
Woohoo!
One quick thing before bed. Just with the Raven Queen statue there, it's kind of become my thing now. But Gil kind of just walks up to it after he thinks most everyone's asleep. Doesn't say much, but just like looks at it, appreciative of the boons that the Raven Queen's given them over the past day. And he just manifests a single black rose. And he just places it in her hands. Thank you for what you've done and for whatever you will do. And then he goes to sleep.
So when everyone wakes up in the morning, in her hand is a crown of antlers. Framing the back of her cowl is a rising phoenix. And at her feet is a single smith's hammer, permanently affixed in stone.
That is beautiful.
I didn't do it.
I slept like the dead.
Well, it is Arkonan.
You smell like the dead.
How many times do we have to keep doing this?
I smell fine. What you talking about?
You emanate
Prestidigitation.
an odor while you sleep, man.
It's all of the gas is releasing.
It's a well-known and noted thing that young dragonborn. So we excrete that. That's it's one of those.
That's just not true. That's just not true at all.
Dirakt, aren't you supposed to be making coffee right now?
No,
Hey, yeah, who made coffee? Who
No.
made coffee?
I'm retired. There's no rule. When I'm inside Arkonan's hut, there's only one lady of the house. As you guys look over, the coffee has also been prepared already.
I'll be damned.
I mean, it's a pretty cool spell.
I gotta
I
say,
bet the coffee is really good.
one simple piece of advice, Tormund. You haven't been on this plane of existence long enough. You just don't the matriarchs in their own home.
Tormund grabs his cup of coffee, goes over to the statue. It has grown since the last time he slept. Sits down at the base of it, looks over at that hammer that looks very similar to his own, and just clinks his coffee cup up to it. Lifts it to the Raven Queen. And drinks his coffee.
Dirakt goes over to the writing desk and begins drafting the proclamations that need to be sent to both Orwell Earhart and Azariah Wallstrand of New Hope. I look back at
I haven't-
Arkonan.
Oh.
Getting close to finishing up. Think we can get a little discount on the postage, if you know what I mean, Arkonan.
Yeah, we got this.
I have an idea. As I take a candle and I light it, roll the paper up, start dripping the wax on it, and then I take my amulet and I press it into the wax to seal it. Now you should take it.
That's a nice touch. I haven't gotten something that nice since my college fraternity bid. That's true. That's the last time I opened up anything that was wax sealed. Just don't get that in the mail.
I mean, I open it up every time I open up a maker, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Which also happens to be Sigma Nu. You know you're at a Sigma Nu event when the bar is just, oh, it's makers and it's makers.
Would you like some makers?
Maker a drink, if you know what I mean.
Hey, makers and ginger, baby. Makers and ginger.
All day long.
So he looks over those two ravens that have manifested, hanging on that hammer of Morden at the moment. Gently attaches those messages. We can't wait around for some big round table, unfortunately, no. We're gonna have to table this one and get back to it. I have a feeling, though, that the city will just be happy to get back to normal. Aye. That's the truth.
I'll go to the two ravens. And I'll inform Hugin and Moonin where to go.
Nice.
Hey, Arkonan, let me ask you this question. How do these ravens know where to go?
Because I told them.
You could send one for me?
Where?
It's gonna lean over and whisper in his ear. I sent one to my dad.
I think Eric can take care of that one.
So he writes down just a quick note, hands it over to him.
And while you're writing, that's when I summon Eric. This one's important, friend.
I don't know where he is. Just get it to him.
I've never been without you. But don't come back until the job's done. And then I just send all three of them off.
You know, Arkonan, there's something else I've been meaning to ask.
So many questions.
I know. Who was Eric? Or is Eric? I feel like
Eric was my first spell. The name literally just came to me. There's no significance to it. I never knew anybody with that name. Literally, like, anybody. But he literally was my first spell.
I bet he was a good friend after you left Baldur's Gate.
He's a good friend in Baldur's Gate, too. I grew up like you did, you know? All the dinner parties and the fanciness. But when you're a half-breed in a full-breed society, you're always at the small table. You're always at the kids' table. Shit, I ate with the servants more than I ate at the parties. Those people can fucking party.
But you're like a older, edgier, weirder me.
The edgiest. Yeah, Eric's been my oldest friend. It's also very weird having a friend that can't. I'll just put that out there. But then again, he can't go talk shit.
That is true. Now we have Tormund.
We do.
Well, I guess we know where our destination lies. I have no idea what we are going to face, but they damn sure know we're coming.
No doubt about that. But first, we gotta find a way to get there. And I think I have an idea. I got an old friend that knows a little something about being suspended in the air. Let us go to the Moonstone Mask. It's time to finally go to the house in the sky.
Through you, big man.
What are you talking about?
His name is Byron Edgar Lewis. Goes by Bell. He's one of the good ones. Hell, he's even seen your little ass before, Tormund.
My ass was never little. You.
Oh, your ass was little once. He stopped by. He's been to
You changed my
Gancaster.
diapers before too, didn't you? Was it a heater? Was it a big hefty one?
You're the only one that's taking this there. Finally involves not you in a bowel movement. He's just stopped by. That's the important part, though. Because he's been to Gancaster. He's not a dragonborn. But boy, can he fly like one.
Is he?
He's an old airshipman. Used to run supplies for your daddy. Used to run
And the
supplies
worst?
for a lot of people. Oh, yeah. He's a hell of a pilot. He's been, no doubt, riding this thing out with legs of lamb every night up at the Moonstone Mask. I wouldn't expect any different from him. I've been looking up every time that we've been out and about. His airship hasn't moved. Been there the whole time. He may be the only one with a sweet tooth stronger than yours, Tormund.
Can't wait to put that to the test.
That's if we can convince him.
I mean, he's family, right?
Yeah, he's a friend, but realize we're asking him to get us there. He walks up to the stained glass window down below, just between the colors of what is now the mark of Lokor. Yeah, that. And like I've said before, that was already an interesting place before it had a thunderhead around it. There was magic up there that you only see in your wildest dreams. Hopefully Jasmine's still somewhere. Somewhere up there. But I doubt it. We'll just have to see. We have to get through that. We're gonna be fighting on home turf. I don't care if it is just a single thunderhead now. Doesn't matter. All bets are off. We gotta come up with a solid plan too. Yeah, we got a box. We got a piece that can kill a god. But it's still gotta get to point A to point B. That's a big problem right now.
I've been thinking about the storm and the lightning. Trying to find a way to aid you all. And all I can keep thinking about is some sort of item that can help. But even then, I don't even know if that would work when you're dealing with the storm of a god. And I don't know if we have time.
Man, I can just tell you from making a spell scroll, that shit takes forever.
I'm not saying apologies. Meaning, I have a contact, a friend. He owns a magic shop in Black Lake. Luther's Luxuries. I had mentioned this before.
Yeah, why aren't we having our fucking meeting there?
Well, because usually that shit costs money and I am broke now. But
take the arm of that chair. Give him the throne. We'll take a throne.
We're not broke anymore, boys.
We got all them deeds.
It's Dirakt. Pulls out a small coin purse.
you find that, old man?
Downstairs.
Wait.
While you were looking at tiny dicks, he was fine.
Take a good glance at that. It's not small.
It's quite a bit of coin.
Is that the
It
platinum?
is a haversack. Not a full-blown bag of holding. But it's like that moment with Mama Francis and Corey Feldman in the Goonies. Oh my God. You just keep reaching in. You pull out in one handful more currencies than you've ever seen laid out at the same place. Piece of somebody's bug out bag is right here. And you thought it just had some lunch money in it.
If you think Neverwinter are still alive and didn't leave without that, you are crazy.
That's not true. Each one of these pieces of currency, that's a trail. But that's what someone will want you to think. We don't know that yet. But that is for another day. That is not our focus right now. And I don't want our brains going there. But it's true. It's right here. This is incriminating, and it hasn't been cleaned. So let's clean it for him.
What better way than to give it back to the people he stole it from?
Damn right.
Let's don't spend it all on one innkeeper that boogies out at the first sign that he can take some coin. Gale.
Tormund.
Yeah, I know. I'm just as into that as he was.
You give that man a chance. What do you want? Him to have died in his own end?
Yeah, he did what was right by him.
Hopefully, he's able to get the hell out of there with whatever's left of his family. Doesn't deserve to die with this town.
Hopefully he's with his daughter in Waterdeep.
Probably didn't have a damn choice either.
No.
So,
Look, Luther is a eccentric individual. Very loud, robust, in your face. Tiefling.
Sounds
But,
like magic shop owners.
He is a, he's got a softness to him in his core. He was very kind to me. Always giving me little knickknacks when I was young. Things to help distract me from... I always thought he knew, you know?
the way you've described him, he's always had a hell of an eye. And you were certainly overdressed for running around in a hunting lodge.
That is true. I say it is on the way. We should swing by there, if he is there. See if he has anything that can help. I know, Tormund, you can take a beating, but when it comes to the storm, you're just as weak as I am. And we could use any and all advantage we can get. Then we go visit your friend. Hope he is willing to fly into battle once more. And we take the fight to Talos.
This sounds like a plan.
With you, Gale.
I think I'm gonna sit this one out.
Well done.
You know what? I'm good.
Well done.
Shall we go?
Yeah.
This coffee is fucking great. Holy shit.
Black as death.
I mean, black coffee is, yeah.
Coffee is good, but you guys see a bathroom anywhere in here?
Oh, God. Never mind. Let's wait 20 minutes while he shits himself
It's
crazy.
gonna be 20. This is gonna be 20 minutes. I'll tell you that right now.
I mean, dude, there's a throne right there.
I mean,
It's not that good. God.
No, do not. You know, eventually our friends who we're relying on will maybe have to sit there. So let's not shit on their parade before they get here.
Braden Barley does minor illusion. Make a small chocolate dragon on the throne. Sorry, I just couldn't get the image out of my brain. I had to work it out this way. It's not nearly as big enough as it should be for Tormund.
I was gonna say I did not do that.
No. Go
Does it look
on.
like does it look like the painting, Tormund? You know, it's just a little smaller than normal.
I got all your smallness.
Go use the goddamn chamber of pot so it can get moving.
I'll be right back. Oh God, it's gonna be long.
Duck walk over there.
As you guys gather back on the front steps of the halls of protection. Now the halls are protection nor chaos. An odd eeriness. It's like that moment on a Sunday morning. Where not a lot is going on in town. But the sun is out. You don't see rows of guards working curfew or stations. You just see one in particular lady in her 30s beginning to put fresh cut flowers out for the first time in Neverwinter since you got here. Taking a stroll through that cobblestone. It's like being in a different world. After constant rain and storm, while it still looms on the horizon, feels damn good to make that stroll out on your own. Making your way over to the bridge, which you haven't been on since you were forced to get the hell out of Dodge. No longer armed on either side. Old stations abandoned.
A bridge.
At this point,
Dolphin.
you can tell.
Dragon, wyvern.
Either one. Considering that you're going to Luther's, you're probably taking the straightest path.
It's going to be the westernmost bridge. Which I
So
believe.
Probably the dragon.
Dragon.
Yeah, I think so.
It's the same. I only ask because that's the same bridge we crossed over.
Yeah.
That's thematically in my head. That's kind of what I had.
Yeah.
And you notice now that no one's paying them, those mercenaries are gone. Largely Never Ember's bought army. No longer here. That's a check that Eris and his army of cultists weren't riding. You expected to see some sort of auxiliary force, some questions at the very least to answer, and there's none. It seems like just the parting skies have been enough of a message to the people that things are changing. Man, does it feel good. Taking that stroll across the bridge, looking out over at the warm waters. You can hear gulls for the first time. I'm down by the docks. You almost begin to imagine the food at Driftwood again. Uninterrupted.
Oh, shrimp and grits. Buttered lobster with biscuits and fried eggs. Sea salt coffee. Ivan. Oh, yeah. Can we go over? Can we go over this way? I need to check on my horse.
Tormund, you gotta be kidding me. You mean the horse that was literally manifested by a god?
Yeah, I stabled him at the Driftwood Inn, and then all the broke loose.
You don't just stable a god-given thoroughbred. And by the way, it's not a... you left it at the inn. It's not a stable. It's like 2-hour parking. Hell, I thought you... I didn't really want to know. Go get your goddamn horse back.
Could probably call out to him and he would probably show up, right? That's what Arkonan does.
He did kill a goblin on his own. I mean, he's pretty good. He's pretty resilient and taking care of himself.
God damn it, he's not Roach.
Hold on. I mean, we're close enough. He might be able to hear me. Ivan!
Sorry, chat for your ears. It's just woo!
Do I know you? As you look over at one dude who's putting out some flowers in front of his shop.
No, I'm looking for my horse. Big, sturdy horse named Ivan. Some nice flowers, though.
Good news, buddy. I'm not your horse.
You want to be? It's a joke. Keep putting out your flowers. Shh.
Are you guys looking for some used books?
No, but my friend Odaxis, I'm sure, would be.
As you look through that window, you can see a very familiar looking mole rat.
Never mind, I think he's found him.
But today, this mole rat has just a sprig of a soul patch you can see. Seems to be the first thing that's growing back in.
Hell yeah. As we walk by and the guy is like planting the flowers, I just kind of like wave my hands and you see the flowers kind of bloom a little fuller.
Oh shit. This miracle grow is working. Miracle grow is working. All I needed was some sunlight. That's all I needed. As that Ivan goes back in to fetch some more water. You push forward over towards the driftwood. You walk down the same boardwalk where Tormund, you literally killed a man.
Wait, that was on the other side of the bridge, and I spent that entire time bringing him back.
Oh no! This is where the fiasco of the man and his wife occurred. Slightly below the driftwood.
Oh God.
It was a different time then, wasn't it?
Never throw an axe at point blank range to something you're trying to hit on the other side of somebody you're not trying to kill, I guess. Lessons learned.
That's generally a good tale to pass down, Tormund.
It'd be funny when I tell my kids one of these days, but it's not funny now that thinking back at it.
I don't think you should tell anyone about anything of that encounter. Images of him floundering. Ah! Get away from me! No!
That was not your finest moment. You should.
It wasn't the fact that I hit him with the axe. It was just keeping him alive.
Images of him falling and rolling off the dock. Images of you dragging him out of the water to only go back into the water. Images of his ultimate demise. It all comes rushing back to you.
But he got out of that one. And him and the wife ran off.
No, you constantly rewrote that in your mind.
Trying to forget. You literally like forced him to be quote unquote saved like 2 or 3 times by like throwing him and then accidentally throwing him back in the water, then throwing him back out. And then I think a cultist came up and killed him at the end.
Cultist killed him in the end.
Like, cause you left, you're like, fuck you, buddy, I tried. And then a cultist comes up and kills him. You're like, fucking great.
Hey, he's got his own thing written in his head.
to Gryffindor for your own good. At the same time, those memories for you, Gale, come back to Myra. Where it all began inside that alleyway. Gentleman that gave his life that day. Kind of sobering as you pass by that area. You guys move past it. Looking back at the driftwood. Ivan is not tied up where you left him.
That is where I left my horse.
Yeah, a long time ago.
You're muted.
Damn.
It was a God-given horse. I'm sure the horse is fine.
I guess if I'm going to trade the freedom of Neverwinter for one of the coolest horses I've ever ridden. So it's a worthy trade, right? Right? Horse that killed a goblin and lived to tell the tale. He looks at where he tied him up. Ivan, wherever you are. Don't take no from anybody. And we'll find each other in the wilderness somewhere again. And if you've gone back to Morden, I'll never forget the day you came to me. I'll thank you for that blessing. And if I see you, we'll be back together. You just better not be pulling a plow, because I'll kill that motherfucker.
Torm, as you go up to the hitch, I want you to roll a survival check.
Oh no. You know what? I'm not gonna take that 10. I'm burning a card. That's not a saving throw, is it?
No.
No.
Do I have a lucky in here?
Or an inspo.
Or I mean, I got an inspo that it's a. You know what? Might as well. I got a +6 inspo. Let's just burn that. Let's throw it on top of it. Because I don't have a lucky. Whatever. Oh God.
DC 11. No.
What's your number?
Oh, it's 11. It's quite literally 11. Be biting my nails and shit.
You look up on that hitch post. Right where you tied him at. And you see these massive claw marks. You get down to inspect it. You find them to be the large size of a lion's.
Oh, shh.
You see more claws across the railing. You look, you can see the stains on the wood. Dirakt just kind of looks down over your shoulder.
It's not what I think it is. 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 No.
Kind of puts his hands up on his hips. At that time, you see the old innkeeper step out of the driftwood. As he sees you down on a knee. Oh my. There aren't a few sights for sore eyes. I'm sorry. He just comes over after he gets setting the flowers and the sill. I did my best to take care of him. I did it. He wasn't the only horse. We had several patrons that day.
What got him?
There's some big claws in that post. Those big ass lions. I got most of them. I hit them all right here. It's the worst damn sight. Since the day those bombs went off. But the lions didn't get your horse. A tiger man took it.
Saban.
Man with the backwards poles. He was with him. They were dragging people out of houses. He stopped them. They put their moles on his back. He's got a good scrape. That horse is still around.
I'm still out there.
That tiger man stopped him and took it. He got on the back of it. Hey. Wherever you'll find him, you'll find your horse. That's more than what I'll be able to give anybody else that stops back here. I'm sorry, I really am. There wasn't much I could do by myself.
No, you did the right thing. See, reaches in and his pocket, holds out his hand, shake the innkeepers. As he does, he passes off a copper to him. Thank you. Now I know where to find my horse.
Dirakt pulls out a gold and a handful of them.
Hey, I gotta go with what I got. Literally down to
I
scrapes.
lean over and I go, "It's all right, I haven't given him his allowance today." I give him a big wink. You don't have to do that. That's what anybody would have done.
Not anybody. The good people. We've seen a lot of those. And a lot of not so good people. Thank you.
What's this his name again? I'm blanking on his name.
Look, we do you have it?
The Driftwood guy?
Yeah.
I don't know if we ever met him. We've eaten at his establishment.
We met him because he knows Issac.
He's got a name.
I just forget it what it was.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
He's got a name, but I
he was
don't.
like Mr. Underwood right away. You know, like he knew me.
I don't have it. I don't have it wrote down.
Yeah, because we ordered like the crab boil and all that shit from him.
Yeah.
My notes start like right after him.
Simon. Simon was the waiter. So I mean
he's a bartender, waiter, back and forth.
So Simon, he's Simon because he's the guy.
He's Simon now.
Hell yeah.
Simon, look, we've got a bit of business still. Trying to clear out some storms. But I think before we are finished with our business here, if we're still around, couldn't think of a better place to come have a celebratory meal.
Understand you're in a big hurry. But ain't nothing opening up for another hour and a half. Come on in. Let's share some sunshine together, shall we? As he rolls open those patio windows for the first time in a very good while. Come on, big man. This chowder's not going to eat itself.
Tormund's gonna look at Braden Barley. Talking to you or me?
I'd go for the both. All right, gentlemen. Let's get us some lunch. Brunch, whatever the hell it is. More than a handful of canned biscuits, I can tell you that.
Maybe some sea salt coffee.
You're damn right.
We're going to need it.
As we gather around one of those outdoor patio tables that looks out into the sea, I will be burning my Master Chef's card for all of us as we get one more meal back at the Driftwood with all the fixins, uninterrupted by bombs, terrorists, or any other intrusive thoughts. Just a good meal with friends. Even get ourselves arranged carriage ride, as those have resumed the streets. As you can see, hey, excuse me, Carmen, give a whistle to that man.
Come on, you.
Don't call me fancy, but I don't really feel like these feet want to walk all the way through that cobblestone back at Black Lake.
I'm gonna be bitching about your ankles for a month.
Be like that time I wore cowboy boots in London. I thought it was a hell of a joke at first. It was really funny at the third or fourth pub, but by about 8 p.m. at night, I kind of wanted to gnaw my own feet off. True story. Oh. As you guys all sip that sea salt coffee, enjoying a fresh lobster, and those ever so protected biscuits of Cheddar Bay. Feeling a vitality in you. At this point, that is twice our level plus proficiency bonus. Oh, baby. So that's 22 plus 4, so 26 temp hit points.
22. Actually, level plus proficiency times 2. You have that in brackets, though. It's level and proficiency, and then times 2.
Nice. So that is 30. Yeah, that's 15 times 2 then. Dope. Booyah.
Take it.
Thank you, community. Simon, do you have any I assume for the lobsters you have like a big tank, right? Full of ocean water and things?
we did, but we just bring in as we need. Business has been a little slow. He points down to a literal cage that's over on the dock. When we say fresh, it's fresh.
Oh, I know. That's
It's
what's
fresh, all
beautiful.
right.
Just give me a moment, everyone. I'll be back. As, I'm gonna leave and head to the dock.
We can
Go to the.
we're literally just watching you. It's like right across the street.
Yep. I leave. I head to the dock, and you'll see me kind of stare out a bit. Right. Just take a deep inhale in, look up at the sun, and then you're gonna see him pull out an ornate bowl, and he's going to dunk it into again and refill his bowl of water elementals. And it just seals up, tucks it back, heads back upstairs. Because it has to be specifically from the sea.
Dude,
That was
is,
your.
it's so dope. Dirakt sees what you're doing. You need to watch out. Tormund will be dipping shit in that seawater if you convince him to do it.
You sure about me?
That's so great. She grabs one of those soft shell crabs too.
Hollanders, try it.
We did last time. It's fucking delicious.
You rolled. I didn't know if you forgot or not.
Is this seafood brunch or is it WAP?
Treating that like he would a dead rat.
Yeah, before you know it, I'll be leaving these soft shell crabs in his pockets.
The sauce is there.
One hell of a way to get here. But I'm glad it starts to feel like home again. You know?
Simon has always been a favorite. This place is it does feel good, even for a moment. I know it's ahead, but this feels good.
Old stomach. And a carriage ride to Luther's. Enjoy it, gentlemen. Cheers.
That? I'll have some more of the shrimp and grits, please.
Of course. I'll quit hogging it over here. As that camera pans out to us enjoying a wonderful brunch together as a family. As we make our final push to the end game of Neverwinter. That is where we will end this week.
You know, honestly, it's kind of a relief that it's not like, and then Talos' storm breaks open the doors, and I'm like, it's just like, oh, finally, like, get just a little breather. It's just-
It's nice to end an episode with a smile, and it's
Yeah.
just smile and
Yeah.
an exhale.
You guys have earned that. Not given, that is earned.
Yeah, just
I've been-
just so we can cock punch us the next episode.
Dude, I thought I was getting cock punched when I saw the claw marks and the blood. I'm like, oh, they killed my horse.
I'm excited for next episode because I know eventually we're getting to the fight, right? But like, I'm excited to meet Belle. That's fucking dope. That's out of nowhere. I mean, and then to meet Luther, or do you guys?
I wanted to
meet
make
Luther?
sure to give you time because you have wanted to go to Luther's for so long. Luther deserved more than 15 minutes at the end of an episode. So I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, let's go up this pathway right over here. We got some unresolved business over there.
Yeah. Well, it's one of the things I've been thinking about since the beginning was like, any magical items that can help with like lightning resistance or like anything. I'm like, Luther's the guy, but like we just haven't been able to go yet.
We voted down going there. We couldn't get there when we were up there. It's just never worked out.
Let me tell you, if anything speaks to what a great DM CaptainRoBear is, it's tonight's episode. Because had we been on any other bridge than the dragon, Tormund would have probably kept his mouth shut about Ivan. It's been itching in the back of his head. But since they literally walked over the same bridge they came through to get there, it was like, I gotta go check on my horse that I think should be left where I left him. Yeah. And then to tie it in with, you know, Adam and where he wants to go in Black Lake, it's just it's so good. You just have to be good at your craft. So you know what? If anybody gets a standing ovation tonight, it is you. Let's pick the captain just a little bit.
Hey, there was things that needed to be revisited and memories and things to tie up. I was not dead set on a war room chamber, but I wanted to get some pieces back to you. Depending on what we did, it was kind of a sandbox for me, and it worked out just wonderfully in that way. And I'm glad it did, because it turned into a very, very cool moment.
It sets up Saban being in our business continually. Like, that's immediately what I thought was like, yep. And that explains why in the future, like, he's still pissed as shit.
Spoilers. Get out of here.
I just said in the future, and ain't nobody know what I'm talking about. Go watch Game of Saving Thrones, bitches. Easter egg.
I think most of them know at this point, but yeah, it's another piece. One more thing to make Saban a real son of a bitch.
Yep.
So
Saban has your horse.
On.
Oh,
here's what I want to know.
I couldn't just kill him. I had to make it worse.
In the throne room, how the hell do we get down there if I don't try and rip the arm off the chair as just being a total head?
No, I mean, I sandboxed the war room. The things in the war room are what's important. So that's how I DM. I write down what I want to do. I don't write. That piece comes in improv. So whether you go to a war room there or you find a bug out room somewhere else, like, I can get to what I need to get thematically. But you started fucking with the chair, so let's make a war room right there. That's how my style goes. So I have the piece, then I never wrote into a corner where I'm like, if you guys just all get up and go to a different room, then I'm not like, hey guys, let's go back over to the other room. We'll just get it a different way.
Yeah.
We'll just get it a different way.
All good DMs give the players the information at some point. They never hold back the information.
Yeah, you deserve to know, and those are those big pieces. And what was cool is I'm glad that you cued in and you went with it and was like, hey, let's go, let's get some Arkonan that everyone desperately has wanted for some time. But there was never really a reason to. There wasn't a reason to go there just yet, and now there's a real good reason, and it's a perfect segue for what we've kind of teased with getting into yours post this story, a perfect bridge into Baldur's Gate, which is looming in the corner. So
yeah, which is specifically why I asked about your history, because I was like, I want to know more about you as a character, but like also it's like there's some juiciness there that I'm like, I want to, you know what I mean? Like, I want to pull that out a little bit. By the way, I kind of like write backstories the same way. I don't do a lot of details, and then as like in the moment, I will improv details because like I'm like, oh, this would be this because I think of it like right in the section in the second, like this is the motivation for X. This is the motivation for Y. I don't sit and think of like why the motivation is there beforehand. But I mean, I've got a very nice outline, and I just have to fill in the people and the places. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So like asking those questions and be like, what is Eric? That was completely like, I had never thought of what Eric was.
Yeah.
And then I was like, should Eric be like somebody in my past? I'm like, nah, why? It seems cliche.
I was wondering.
Yeah.
And it still is cool because it's impactful, right? That was my first spell.
Yeah.
And then like I started thinking about like, wow, this was his like friend when he was like on the run. You know what I mean? Like Eric was always there. You know what I mean? So they like they do have that connection in this weird, you know what I mean? Like I was like, I went immediately deep into it, and I was like, man, that's still really deep. You know what I mean? Like that's dope as fuck. And I'm happy we were able to dive in a little bit to it.
Here's a question that I don't have an answer for. Even as a DM, I have no idea. Because this was built at the table. One, is the Lord Protector still alive? And does he have that key? Or does Samara and Riley have that key?
Yeah.
Or is it somebody else that we don't know has that key?
So
I don't know.
as a side note, once Samara left, I reached out and I asked, like, hey, what did Samara do? You know, I wanted to know. Because like that was going to determine what my roleplay was for that next episode. And she told me, and she was very vague about it. But then I rolled some checks, and eventually I lost Samara. I could not keep up with her, so she could have done anything.
Interesting. A lot of intrigue, a lot of interesting things. I'm telling you, I'm gonna do justice by I'm gonna try and plan out Luther's place for next week.
I knew you would. And
then
you have my permission. If you want to play Luther, you may do so, or you can. I can do it. It does not matter.
Okay, I'll think about it.
On that? Gonna go for a radio and pull the double character.
It does not matter to me. I will enjoy playing him as you choose.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, I've been looking at this bowl for like ever, and I was just like, man, I like would be great. And then I'm like, we're sitting here, and I'm like, oh, the dock's right there. What a great time, guys! I'll be right back. I was like, let me go and fill up this badass thing that I have, because I feel like we're gonna need all the help we can get. So I was like, let me just go ahead and let's get some ocean water here.
Let me fill up my bowls.
Yeah. But yeah, this was a great episode. This was information. Was some really great story building, backstory.
Tied up a lot of loose ends. I don't feel like anything's left on the table now between those three districts. I mean, ultimately, It'll be interesting to find out what happens to the Underwood family. But
my mother and if my sisters and me ever, you know what I mean? Like, there's some small stuff, but like,
I see that at the end. Like, you don't give a shit about her, but somehow reconvening with your sisters at some point in time would be a cool scene.
What I think is my mom, my fake mom, made her decision, her choice to abandon me. So I abandoned her, but my sisters were always kinder. So I don't know. I think that depending on how this ends and depending on how everything ends, like I'll probably do a convo with the group, and for you, chat, we'll have a nice conversation about it, and I'll kind of lay out a lot of things for you just to give some insight. Maybe it's a bonus episode or something, some premium stuff for you guys. But there's a lot of cool things to unpack. So,
chat, how worried do you think he is what I just did to Ivan, what he's gonna find with Myra?
Dude, look.
I mean, unless she's married to Saban at this point.
I mean, Saban knows where there's a market. If there's a market, for an elemental spirit ex-girlfriend, he knows. He would know.
That's the biggest thing. I don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, that's intriguing to me. And oh boy, that'll be either great or horrible or bittersweet. You know, it's I don't know what's going to happen, guys. And I've cried a few times on this show, and I'm well prepared to do it again.
Shit, all you got to do is have Tim bring up Dip Spit. That'll make you cry.
Yeah. Dude, you were just like
literally.
Just like, I was like, he's feeling that.
It induced a loogie right out of me. Like my system just manifested it right there.
See, I was lucky. Granny never used a Coke can. She always had her own spit cup.
Also, like,
that's a true story right there.
There's some Mang backstory for you.
Also, since we saw our good mole rat friend in the bookstore, did Drake roll that 20?
No, he rolled a 1.
He rolled a 1 on stream.
Oh, did
that
he?
was his
I didn't see
1. That was his
okay.
1.
Oh, okay.
That was his 1.
It was a nat 1.
Mm-hmm.
He found the opposite of the book I wanted.
Yeah. He sent me some cool shit. What he's up to. I can't wait to build that in to pieces.
I love that.
Yeah, he just sent me 3 or 4 paragraphs over here. I'm like, oh, thank you. Now I have flavor, because all I had in my notes is like, okay, I want people to come back and begin putting flowers out again now that the sun's out. I knew that was like the first sign that like Neverwinter is coming back to being Neverwinter again.
And of course, I'm like, bro.
Dude, that is what a crazy tie back around that like couldn't have wrote that if we tried. That this.
It started with Sheridan
Yeah.
when we first got there and setting the flowers, and then the guy from New Hope who went back, right? It was the flower shop owner, and then everyone's doing flowers, and now there's a flower conspiracy.
So for you guys that don't know, Neverwinter, because that volcano at Mount Hotno, that river runs warmer, so they're able to grow things there that you wouldn't normally be able to grow this far north. And that's why everybody has, like, literally the botanicals are able to grow there because of this own crazy relationship, and the 1,000-year storm really shit all over that and took that piece of the city away. So you could imagine a city that's used to having color on the streets and be vibrant. Just having that taken away alone does a number for morale. It would be like taking away the menu charts in New Orleans to where people couldn't browse outside before they went into the different bistros and restaurants. Take away the cobblestone and that feeling of being able to walk and go to French style promenades, or having no outside cafe culture at Montreal. If you took away that unique French aspect away, it would make the city seem more drab, and like everywhere else oh god, we just gotta huddle in the door. Like if you're in Chicago, march the Penguins up front, you're like, oh god, I hope they have a seat somewhere next to the radiator.
It's gonna be great.
Hell yeah.
So on a personal note, like I've been going through the Legends of Drizzt series for like a year and a half now, and I am pretty close to the end, but like a couple weeks ago is when I hit the Neverwinter book, and so like I got to actually like experience the Mount Hot now erupting and why and all that stuff. So I got the history of what we've been
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah,
That's dope.
I thought that was a pretty cool tie-in.
What a sweet random tie-in. Yeah, dude, that's dope.
Dude, to finally get there and get a little piece. That's what I think people get too obsessed and too scared that like, oh my god, there's this wealth of knowledge. How do I play in this? Like, just take a couple of pieces. I love that because it gives us a little framework, but like, this is our Neverwinter for this story.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things in it, but don't get over obsessed with it. Take
There's
a couple
eternal dimensions to the D&D. Like,
take a couple of pieces out. But what's cool, it's always, oh, when I need help with a little bit extra, well, there it is. I can tap into it and be like, oh, okay, there's that district. Yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
What's over there? I love
You
that
build
about
your own
having
pieces around it.
having a pre-setting. Like, it's still it can still be very much a sandbox. You're not
Yeah.
painting yourself in a corner.
Well, it's
Very
the
cool.
creativity factor. That's what I loved about Strahd, because I did Curse of Strahd twice. Well, once, but kind of twice. And then obviously we did the community game, and it was like, to me, albeit I've only seen a little bit of the previous episodes, and I know how much of a condescending dick Strahd is, but that episode, I hated the hearts more than Strahd. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, you build and tell the stories as you want to tell them,
Yeah.
right? Like, Luther's Luxuries doesn't exist in the Neverwinter book, if there is one, but it does in our story.
Doesn't ours.
You know what I mean? Like, it's hell yeah. That's what it's all about.
Joe, to answer your question about number 2 ale, there actually is some. Believe it or not, there is some. It's in the bottom of God, what do we call our ship? Skybreaker. There's some in the hull of the Skybreaker. We moved it from Zephyros's tower to there. Pretty wild. There is just a little bit left. We haven't forced, or well, we can't. Emery's, that's right. Shit. He's got it dead. There's just that last little bit left. What a wild thing to think. But on that note, time for us to end for the week. Love you guys. Be good to each other. Wash them hands. Wear a mask. Keep your filth 6 feet away. Love you guys.